Hi everybody, today I want to talk to you about your photographic process. So what do you think about before you're getting ready to take a picture? What's on your mind? You thinking about the subject? You thinking about your camera settings? You know, what occupies that second or two before you actually take the picture? Well, in photography, what we want to start developing is kind of a routine, right? We want to develop a routine. Like an athlete that kind of envisions what they're going to do before their event. So maybe a high jumper kind of sees themselves jumping over the bar. They're being successful. So they're kind of pre-planning what they're going to do, and then you go and do it. So kind of your process will take over and guide you through without necessarily having to think about it. So one of the things that I do when I get ready to take a picture is that I try to look at the scene and imagine what my camera settings are going to be before I ever put the camera up to my face. So I'm looking over here, I might think, well, I think I might want 125th of a second at f8 at ISO 400. We'll make those settings, then find your scene, wherever that is, and take the picture and see how close you are. So you want to try to develop, no pun intended, a photographic eye or photographic vision, right? How is this going to look? And then go about the process of making it look like that, okay? So what I tend to look at when I get ready to shoot is I want to compose my image first. So that means, where are things in the frame? So am I going to shoot a horizontal or a vertical? Am I going to be down here? Am I going to be up on my tippy toes? Am I going to be crouched over this way or that way? So I try to look at what's the general composition first, okay? And do I like it? Then I look at what is the lighting? What direction is the light coming from? Top down, left, right to left. Is it cloudy? Is it sunny? Look at what's happening with my subject with the direction of the light. Is it real harsh and there's some big shadows? Is it nice and soft like this lighting we have set up for me today? Is it nice and soft and diffused? Is it somewhere in between? Try to look at what the light is doing to your subject. Okay? So compose where things are, what is the light doing, and then I shoot. So for me, that's all the camera settings. Do I want a lot of depth of field? Do I want a little bit? Do I have to worry about motion? Is the subject moving a little bit? Am I moving a little bit? Do I have to watch out for shutter speeds? Do I want my ISO up real high so I can get a fast shutter speed? Do I want it real low? So I go through that process of what do I need now to solve the problem? Okay, which I composed, and then I evaluated the light, and now I'm going to shoot that. So that's kind of my photographic process, what I go through. You need to develop something on your own that works for you. What do you like to do? Do you like to look at the subject first? Do you like to set the camera up first? What is going to work for you that's going to be easy for you to follow and repeat? Because we want repeatable results, right? We want to be able to have our pictures come out the way we envision them. And we do that by trying to improve our photographic vision. Because, right, what happens as soon as you put the camera up to your eye? Well, you lose one of your eyes, don't you? I'm left eye dominant, I shoot like this, so I'm losing my right eye. I can't see anything. So now instead of stereo vision, I have mono vision. Well, that's all the camera has because it only has one lens, right? It's not stereo vision. It doesn't give me depth. It turns three-dimensional objects into two. Height and width is all we have to work with in photography. So when we start getting a better understanding of what that's like, then we begin to understand what we can do with the camera and what we can't do. So I like to compose, I like to look at the light, and then I figure out what my camera settings are going to be. Okay? So, past that, okay, when we start really looking at composition, okay? You have enough room here, Ken? we start really looking at composition, one of the things we want to really be cautious of is anything that's on the perimeter that's sticking into our picture. Right? So part of my photographic process when I'm looking at composition is I start in the upper left-hand corner. When I have the camera up to my eye and I'm looking around, and my eye goes around the edge of the frame times 3. I go around the edge of the frame 3 times. I start in the upper left-hand corner and go once, twice, 3 times, looking for any intrusions or incursions, right? Something sticking up in the back of my subject's head, or something strange that's protruding in from the edge of the frame. Right? So we don't want any intrusions or incursions. What we want to do is secure the perimeter. And make sure that we don't have something sticking into the edge of the frame that's going to draw the attention of our viewer away from our main subject. Very important to watch any of these intrusions or incursions on the edge of the frame. Okay? Secure your perimeter. If you can do that with your photography, develop some type of a photographic process and secure your perimeter. Just those 2 things. The quality of your images will go up dramatically and you will be much happier with the results. Okay? So remember, secure the perimeter. All right, see you later.